Hey, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine. Doing awesome, actually. Today, welcome back to another episode of Blondskunk's Building World. We're back in the old world today. Not the old world, it's pretty new. But we're back. We are back. Either way. And in last episode, we did this lovely little apple storage barn. It's going to store all the little apples that we gather from the trees and everything. It's great. Nice little creative build there. Absolutely. Tastic. Can I say words? I need some water. I forgot to grab some water before this episode, but what I do have today, I feel like it's a tradition. I have to say, like, what I'm drinking in the episodes now. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. I'm going to make that a thing. I'm going to have to say what I'm drinking in the episodes, because when I do record, I usually have some drinkage with me, because it's very, very important. But anyway, we did do a little bit of the custom trees last time. We did a little bit of dressing up the area. I switched out off camera all these flowers for red and white flowers. And it looks pretty good now. Looks pretty good. And I think it's much better than what we had before, which is all the other colored flowers. Now, the reason why I think that is because it fits the theme more. I feel like the red just sort of lightens it up, even though we know that these aren't apples or whatever, you know, they're red. I just feel like it goes with the theme. Now, when I was talking in the last episode, I noticed that I said that this is going to be an apple orchard, and I kind of started to steer away from the starting area project, which it was initially. It still is the starting area project, don't get me wrong. That's what it's planned to be. And I'll show you in a minute why. And it's because we still have projects on our to-do lists that aren't really apple orchard. Oh my god, apple farmy. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, so you'll see over here, like, I built this little mine thing over here. I just did this off camera because, you know, it's a simple little project that I can do off camera. I did this. I extended the path down here. I think this looks really nice, by the way. I think it looks really, really good. So it extends down here, but you wouldn't see a mine in a freaking apple farm, you know what I mean? Like, that's just something unnatural or unheard of, right? So this is still technically the starting area project. It's just the theme of it is an apple orchard. Like, it's just to give it a little bit of a creative flow, and so to say. To have a little bit of something different going on. I don't know. I just like the idea of adding these apple trees in, and I want an excuse for doing it, is basically what I'm trying to say. But thank you, by the way. Again, last episode went fantastic, more than I could expect ever. This series is going very well at the start of its cycle, and I hope to keep on posting it. And I'm not sure when this episode's going to go out, because, well, today, all today, we had freaking workers at our house, construction workers, and they were doing lots of work on our house. Like, the roof needed to be fixed up. There's just a bunch of stuff going on, and so obviously that's not good for recording. And, you know, that's fine. No, the house needs to get fixed up, whatever. So what that meant for me is I just couldn't record all day, and here I am at nighttime recording this. So I'm not sure when this is going to go up. It was supposed to go up today. Like, it's supposed to go up now at the time that I'm recording this, but it's going to be pushed back a little bit. It might go up tomorrow morning. It might be Tuesday you guys see this. So it would be tomorrow at the time at me recording this. So, yeah, whatever. Don't matter. And for the future people, it don't matter. But I'm just telling you, like, this, if for those of you that watch on the day of, that's why this is going up a little later. But yeah, so speaking of projects and everything, we are going to be doing lots of planning today. We won't be doing these apple trees or anything like that, because we did a fair amount of that in the last episode. I just want you guys to get a general idea of how this is going to go. I don't want to do too much, like, of the same thing from last episode, because last episode was sort of just like, oh, we built this little apple storage barn. We built the little apple trees and everything. And, you know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, we don't need to do any more of that. I think it's fun. This kind of stuff, like the what you want to call it, like the landscape and stuff and everything. You can only do so much of it on camera. The paths, because it's repetitive. You want something new in each episode. Little tip for builders out there: if you're getting started on YouTube and you want to do this, what I'm doing the building stuff on your YouTube channel, do something different in each episode, please. Make it a little bit different. Also, I recommend doing tutorials. Do tutorials, you'll go viral. No, but no, and that's why I don't do tutorials anymore. I said in last episode, just to recap what last episode was, really is what I'm going over now. But what we said in last episode, I was like, tutorials, man, they're great and all. Like, you'll get so many views, but you got to do what you love. And this is why I started up this series, is because it's still building, but it's casually, you know. And if you guys want to follow along, it's perfectly fine. And that's why I love this series. And I think that's why you guys love this series, is because it's a throwback to my old series, Blondskunk's Minecraft World. And if you guys remember that series, that was a very popular series on my channel, and you guys really enjoyed that. And I think this is a big throwback to that series. And to be honest, I could not wait to get started building in this world again, because in this episode, like, I normally don't record at night because, you know, the family's home or whatever, and just so happens the family went out today or tonight, and I was able to record. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna record a little episode. Why not? I got all these notifications popping up on the screen, and they're distracting me from talking, man. Oh my goodness, this is insane. But yeah, so I'm just clearing out this area up here because what I want to do is I want to do a lot of planning. So let me get my planning blocks out, because I want to show you guys how I plan for bigger projects. So that's what today's episode is going to be. Trust me, it's not going to be too boring. I know planning sounds like it could be boring, but it's going to help us in the end. Let me tell you that thus far, because we can build, we can place buildings. We can know, like, okay, well, we want to have a windmill up on this hill over here, but where's it going to go? Where are the paths going to go? What are we going to actually do? And so that is a big thing for me, knowing where everything's going to go. So if we can do that, that's really going to help us out a lot. All right, so as you can see, a little bit of a different view today. How is this being? Oh, there we go. Wait. All right, so as you guys can see, a little bit of a different view today. This is the top-down view, so this is meant to be on purpose because I wanted to have the planning phase be recorded in the third person, just so I can see from a top-down view of how it's being planned out, and also you guys can get a good idea as well. Plus, this is so. Woo, hello everybody. I'm sorry. I'm going out of here. Oh man. But no, I was just wanting to get a good view of how this is all going to be planned out, because all this sand right here, as you guys can see, all this sand is going to be changed into what we have over here, which is the gravel and the everything. So just try to follow my guy as best as possible and what we're talking about here. So I'll try to use my guy as like the cursor, you know, in a sense. So I'm going to be planning this out here, and you guys are just going to be watching me in the third person. I'm not going to time-lapse it or anything. I'm just going to talk as I plan it out. I don't have a topic for today. We're just going to talk about the build and everything. So there won't be really a topic because, well, we're going to be planning out a lot of stuff. So I don't really want to talk over that, and I just want to leave it at that. So it's pretty cool. I did get my second account, as you guys can see there. I didn't know the email to my second account. Apparently, it's an email that I never use or am unfamiliar with. So, you know how Gmail has decided, like, well, with your email, if you have like a Yahoo email hooked up to your Yahoo, if you have a Yahoo email hooked up to your Yahoo, if you have a Yahoo email address and it's hooked up, and that's for your YouTube account, it changes it to a Gmail account. It automatically will do that, and I find that quite frustrating. Well, that's what my email was. It was the Gmail version of my Yahoo account, a Yahoo email. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh! I'm like, really? So the password and everything was right. It was just the email I couldn't get a hold of, and I was a bit frustrated because I think back in December we allowed second accounts on the Afterlife server, and boy, oh boy, wouldn't it have been cool to time-lapse Skunkerton Castle Just the opportunity missed there. I would have loved to do that, man. I would have loved it. But, oh well. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway. So I'm just changing some of this out for grass and everything. I just want to get a good idea for how this is going to go. Because we're having a little bit of an issue here. Okay? Because right here, we're right by the ocean. And I was thinking, I want to put a building right here. Somebody left a suggestion in last episode, which was fantastic. Thank you for that. And it was I believe it was like, do a medieval bar or a medieval pub in this area. And I thought that was a really good suggestion because it would fit this very nice. If you guys ever heard of a beer, I never had it before, but and not that I'm allowed, but there's a beer called Apple Ale. And I'm like, ooh, that would suit this area perfect because, well, we have apple trees and everything like that. So that could be really, really cool to do. Something to think about. So I was thinking, possibly, let's put the Apple Ale Tavern in this sort of area right here, right up against this sort of tree. Now, this is getting a little close. I don't know if I want that to be right there. I don't know if I like that. I think I want it to be sort of on the edge of the water here, so that way I can make like a little path or a little sort of docks that comes around the Apple Ale Tavern. I think that'd be pretty cool. Alright, so orange, just to explain real quick, orange is going to be buildings. So any buildings I want to lay out, that'll be orange. Waterways is going to be blue, and pathways is going to be yellow, and nature things are going to be green. So pretty simplistic to understand. Paths, so yellow, I'm going to lay this out. I think the path is going to come around this area right here. So we're not going to have like a natural path. We'll have like a sort of like a pier in the sense. So a little docks. And maybe we could put little boats out here too. Maybe we might do that. That's an interesting idea. But no, I really like that suggestion that person left on the video. I'm sorry, I forget what your name is and everything. I didn't have time to look it up because I wanted to get this recording out to you guys. But thank you for your suggestion either way. It is very much appreciated, as always. Because I'm always looking for new ideas for this series and always looking for new ways of improving and building. And I think this idea is going to be perfect. Putting a little tavern in could be really, really neat. So I might have the tavern, honestly, come out a little bit more than that. But we could plan that out in a future step. But we just want to get a general idea where it's going to be. So this is kind of looking cool already. So we'll have like a little docks that comes around this way, follows up the hill, turns into a path. And then up here, I'm thinking we have a little bit, thinking maybe some fields of foliage. So like some fields of some sort. I don't know what we're going to have. Maybe we'll have like some apple trees up here as well. I think that could be pretty cool. So this will just sort of mark like this is all going to be some sort of grassy area or like just a nice little hill of some sort. And then we'll obviously turn all this sand into cliffside and what we have over yonder. So where this green wool is, this will all be what that is over there. So the nice little yellow path is going to come down this way. Yeah, I like it. And what I thought would be pretty cool is to level this out, make this really cool, and then do like a little bridge that comes along our little stream here. Now, I might expand this stream a little bit. So we'll leave this blue wool here for expansion. So we'll make this a little bigger. And we'll make a path. So for bridges, it's all going to be connected. So like this. This is how we're going to do bridges. So we know like the difference between a path and a bridge. They'll just all be connected like this. So we know that, hey, we have to put a path in here. And I'm thinking, let me see here. Do I want a bridge that goes straight or a little bit diagonal? Well, maybe a little bit of both. So we'll do 5 like that. And then 3, 5, 3, and this should equal up 5. Yeah, there we go. Now it connects to the same level. So we'll do a bridge like that, and I think that'll be fine. So we'll make this 7. A little bit like 7. There we go. And then this one will be 3 and 5. Well, we'll do 5. Like that. And then we'll do over here, same thing. And 3. So it goes, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3. And that way it's just equal on each side, and that makes it look pretty good. So we'll do a bridge there, which I think is going to look pretty sharp looking. Because if I come over this way and I'm looking at it from the first person view, just seeing a bridge there is going to look really cool. It's going to make that area look very sharp looking. So that's going to be very cool. So let's head over this way. Alright, so now we're over behind the house, and this is going to look pretty cool. So I don't think I want these big trees here. Well, let me trim these up a little bit. Let me see what these will look like if they're trimmed up. Boop-a-doo, ba-doop-a-doo. And then maybe we could turn these into apple trees. Who knows? This tree, though, might be in the way. That I'm working on now. Might be in the way a little bit. Unfortunate. It's a beautiful tree. As the, late Bob Ross would say, beautiful trees. Beautiful trees. That's a happy little tree. Oh, man. Bob Ross. Great guy. Yeah. That's looking fine. That's looking good. Totally. I'm liking it. So, I might keep this tree. But again, I'm still not sure because I wanted to put the windmill up here. Now, from my view, which I can't show you guys, unfortunately. I have to figure out a way to record both screens at the same time. I'll have to figure that out eventually. From my view, a windmill on top of the house over there would look pretty cool. Maybe even set behind that tree that I was just working on. So let me come back. Taking me a little bit. There we go. I'm back. Hey. Behind the tree, in this sort of area over here where I'm standing, could be a cool area to put the windmill. Just because it's sort of tucked behind the tree. And that's the thing. We can't make it too much tucked behind the tree. Because if we do that, then it's not going to look so great. So we don't want to do that. That is a no-no. So I'm going to clear out all this land over here. Look at me go. Look at me working. Just watching me on the other screen. There we go. Clearing it out. Clear out some dirt. Clear out some dirt. Beautiful. Oh, after all that hard work, I think I need a nice swig of my Dunkin' Donuts frozen mocha colada. Not sponsored. Can't be. Very good. Alright. So, let me take a look again. Let me take a little step back. So I got that all flattened out there. Yes. I want the windmill to be right here. Right here. Perfect. So let me just circle this out a little bit. Circle. That doesn't exist in Minecraft. Get out of here. There we go. Circling. And I think that's going to look pretty cool. Now let me build up. This is how I get height down. What I want the height of the windmill to be. Because I don't want it to be so... I want it to be a focus point, but I don't want it to be crazy... I guess I want it to be a focus point. Yes, I want it to be a focus point. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think I want it to be a focus point. Like, I don't want it to be something too crazy looking. Where it dominates the area. Yeah, I think that's fine. The height there is fine. So you can see slightly it's cut off the screen, just at the top of the screen there. You'll see that there's a little orange wool here. I'll go up to it. I'll even fly up to it. Right here. See this orange wool I'm breaking? That's my height. And I'll show you guys in a little bit after we're done. We'll go in depth with the planning and everything. You can kind of see that little height marker there. That's kind of where I want my height to be. For the roof and all. I think that's going to look pretty cool. So, I don't want to do too much landscaping. I could do this always off camera. So, we'll just kind of backfill this in a little bit. Flatten it out just for now. And I'll come back in and I'll landscape it all. Make it look nice so it's ready for building. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So, let's add a little bit of a pathway going up like this. Just a simple little pathway. Boom. Going right towards the windmill. And... I think I want to add like bushes going along here or something and sort of turn it in this way. Make this an apple tree, right? Turn it in and have like a little patch of farmland right here on the hill. And this is what this green is going to be over here is... Oh wait, you guys can't even see that. I'm like talking like you guys can see it. But so like the green we did over on the other hill, that's going to be farmland as well. So this will sort of match up with it. And I'm going to bring the path around this way. So it sort of makes you walk around the tree. I like it. I like it a lot. So this way it'll come down this way. Like so. Yep, you guys can see this. Good. Just want to make sure. And yeah, I think that's going to be really, really neat. And right here, I think we're going to do a nice sized building. A big barn. A big animal barn. What do you say? Right here. Maybe. Well, I'll have to observe it a little bit more. So we'll just sort of lay that out for now. Again, this layout is just to get an idea of what we want. Not so much of what's going to be there, but it's what's going to... what it's kind of going to look like in the end. So you guys can see a little bit there that the barn is going to be over, the square is going to be over here, and the windmill will be up here. Let me go grab my book real quick of ideas and see if there's anything else that we can lay out up here on top of the hill. Boy, you don't even know the lag I'm having right now. You guys can't see it, obviously, because you're not moving. If I were to start moving the second account, it probably would lag a lot. So we have house, which we already done. We did the mine. We have horse stables, garden, which, well, gardens will be done over time. Comet wall. Now, comet wall is basically, if you guys don't know what this is going to be, this is an idea off of a lot of YouTubers, especially Whitefire. He has his own little single-player series. You definitely go check out Mr. Whitefire. But he has a little series where he does White's World, and I believe he has a comet wall in that series. And this idea is sort of taken from that. And I wanna put your guys' comments on the board, on the comment wall board. The comments that I really, really like. And that's sort of to show my appreciation for you guys. You know what I mean? Like I want your guys' input to be permanently inputted into this world. There you go. Beautiful, poetic. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. That's what I would like to do. So I think like over here is where the comet wall is going to be, in between the barn and the windmill. Since this is the starting area, it just makes sense to put it in here. And I think that's going to be really neat. So to put something in here just to add a little bit of detail. So we'll lay that out right here. So this will just mark it with an orange wool line, and that'll be the comet wall. It's gonna be a pretty big wall, so maybe we can make it like a natural thing. Maybe it doesn't have to be a comet wall, so to say, but it can be like something that naturally climbs up the mountain a little bit. I don't know. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see how it goes. This tree, I do not like this tree on the side of the hill right here. Oh boy, tree, you have to go, my friend. You have to go. Wait, is fire tick on in this world? It is. Fire tick is on. So let's burn down the tree. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Sorry, I won't sing ever again. I like to sing. I was grown up with the music, as they say. So playing piano, guitar, whatever instruments I play, and singing. I love it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I'm liking the way that's looking right now. Yeah. It doesn't look much like right now. It doesn't look like a lot, obviously. But I think it's going to be something that's we're definitely going to benefit from, obviously. With a lot of planning going on, we're going to be able to figure out where everything's going to go. Well, I mean, obviously we're going to do more. I feel like, you know what? I'm going to stop myself right here because I feel like I just said obviously 5 times already. Yeah, I'm gonna stop myself right there. I'm gonna say no more obviously. Okay. All right. But anyway, planning is good. That's all I wanted to say. Planning's good. Oh boy. So we might have something extend down here, like a little path that comes down this way as well. Very cool. And I encourage you guys to do this in your own world as well, especially if you have big projects or villages, cities, kingdoms, whatnot. It'll definitely help you out with organizing and planning your city out. It's really a great step just to do, just so you can get an idea of where everything's going to go, and you can see if you like it or not before you even build it. Because let's say if I built that windmill up and I didn't even like the position of it, that would be kind of unfortunate. But now I have an idea of what the height's going to be with that wool block being there. I have an idea of how big the windmill is going to be. I also have an idea of where all the other things around the windmill are going to be. And I have a pretty good idea of what I want it to be looking like from our spawn house. So that's going to be pretty cool. And I'm very excited. And I think this bridge is going to look sharp. The bridge that sort of extends over and connects the two pieces of land. I think that's going to be very sharp. So, but yeah, look at that. All right, so we're going to come back into the first-person view. All right, so welcome back to first-person view. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm looking at here. You guys can kind of see from my perspective now of what I'm looking at. So that block right there in the sky is where the height's about going to be for the windmill, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. That's going to be a good height. So if you can see down here, yeah, it's just going to be peeking over the rooftop here. It's also going to be just peeking over the tree. I think the windmill is going to be right around there, the mill itself. We're going to have a path that comes up this way, which is going to be pretty cool. Goes past the tavern, goes up this way. It sort of takes you on a little journey as well. So it's going to be pretty cool. We might have another path that sort of cuts through this way as well, and sort of is like a nice little shortcut. But I really do like this way too much that we might not even do that. So again, I'm going to be expanding out this little blue part here, so just to make this a little bigger. Also, I was thinking about doing something down here with like a cave, like blowing all this up and making like a little waterfall and underground area. Could be really cool. So just some ideas. It's looking pretty good. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. I know we didn't do much building today. We just sort of did a little bit of planning for what's to come, but I can promise you in next episode that we will be doing some building. I just wanted to get a general idea for what we were going to be doing in future episodes to come, but I think we got a good idea here. I think it's going to look pretty cool. So again, guys, thank you for all the support on the series. It's been really awesome to see everybody's comments and everything. So I would sure love if you put some comments down there once more. You left a like on the episode if you did enjoy it. With that said, though, hopefully you guys did in fact enjoy it. And as always, don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you guys next time.